Takes Two. This weekend, Strictly went to the movies, and I'm sure you'll agree it was a blockbuster. Yeah! So good. Simon went to infinity and beyond. Debbie ripped up the 10-second rule book. Oh. And Susan's Wonder Woman wiped the floor with Kevin. Loved that. But not everyone could get a sequel. And last night, the good Reverend Richard and Dianne became the second couple to leave the competition. Oh. Don't go, Revo! Later on in the show, I'll be talking to them about their shock elimination. Also with us tonight, the best-looking trolls we have ever seen, Aston and Jeanette. Skills from those two, and fresh from closing the show with a disco inferno, the king and queen of the pelvic thrusts, David and Nadia. Wow. Plus, the great lord of the dance himself, Craig Revel Horwood, will be on the sofa for his first all-important review of the series. But first, if you're wondering just how all the movie magic came together at the weekend, here is an exclusive inside story.
Lights, camera, action.
To infinity and beyond!
I need a Wonder Woman to come and save me. I was messing about with a 1-ton weight, and suddenly I found myself underneath it.
Yeah, he's not crushed by his injuries, as you would expect. He's simply shouting help.
Yeah.
I never thought in the course of my pastoral duties that I would one day be dressed as Flash Gordon dancing the pas de doble on national television.
This is where the magic begins. There's so many different things happening right here, whether it's a troll's wig or, you know, a mermaid outfit.
To be honest with you, it's taken me a bit of a while to get used to the wig, I'm not going to lie, and nobody's recognising me.
I didn't realise
She's going to be lovely when she's done.
When they talk about the glamour and Strictly, it's all real. It's all real.
I've never had long hair before, so I'm doing a bit of swooshing today. I like it.
Oh. How much is going to be on show? Or
That is amazing. I love it.
If only he had a brain, huh?
Shoes. You look so scary. You scared the hell out of me.
Are you okay? Guys, we're live in 5 minutes. Let's go, please. Thank you, Rob.
Where are we heading to? Red carpet, that way.
you're on my side, this side.
Wow. Let's go. Let's do this.
Sensational Susan. Every Hollywood blockbuster needs a good villain. Star Wars had Darth Vader, Batman had the Joker, Harry Potter had Voldemort, but none of them are a match for my next guest. He's the dance world's fiercest critic. It's Craig Revel Horwood.
That don't
Everybody, and we are all happy. We've missed you 3 weeks in, and finally we get to see you.
I know, I've been a busy boy, but I'm glad to be back and loving it.
Hurrah!
And seeing your gorgeous face.
What are you? Oh, thank you. What are you thinking of the class of 2017, by the way?
I am loving them. I think they're all sensational, real characters. I love all the new pros too. It's love, love, love. Well, until they start dancing.
Of course, which we'll discuss. We have our new judge as well, our new head judge, lovely Shirley Ballas.
Yes.
How is the new lineup? How you're fitting in together?
She's fitting in really, really well. She's fantastic. She knows you know, her onions, darling, and she calls a spade a spade. And in my book, that's very, very good.
I know. It's been some quite exciting moments,
it has been
haven't
quite
there?
exciting.
And how much did you enjoy Movie Week? I think it's one of the best we've ever done.
Yeah, I think so too. And I enjoyed the themed weeks because they can get behind characters. They've got some reference for the characters as well, which helps them in the acting states. And of course, this is their first time that they've had to become like really big, sort of robust characters. And I think that helps them to become a little bit more vibrant on the dance floor and gives them self-confidence as well, which is really, really important.
Really impressive stuff this weekend. You, of course, had a front row seat. Who was the surprise box office success for you?
Well, for me, it's Aston and Jeanette. He is so clean. He is crisp. Every move he makes is really, really clear. And it's amazing that he's at this particular level at this point in the competition. But Jeanette, I know, really does, you know, crack the whip. And she wants perfection. And in Aston, I think she's got, you know, a really good body to work with. You know, his mind and his body sort of go and meet, and it all comes together.
I know, I think as a choreographer, that's so exciting for her, because she can do wonders with him, hopefully.
Exactly.
Yeah. OK, we lost the Reverend Richard at the weekend. The highest you ever scored him, I know.
May he rest in peace, darling. For a long, long time.
Oh, you're so cruel. You only ever gave him a 3. That was the highest. Do you feel at all responsible?
Overmarked. I was feeling generous.
Oh, good. But he was so into his Flash
Yeah,
Gordon
he was entertaining.
I mean, hysterics.
Yeah,
I thought he was
if I was sat at home, I would probably be voting for him. But, you know, I'm not. I'm sat there with my little judge's wig on, and I have to be responsible in that way, you know, and uphold all the rules and regulations, which I'm sure we're going to talk about.
We will discuss rules in a moment. Simon and Karen then find themselves in the dance-off with their Toy Story-themed Quick Step. You did save them, so what do you want to see from Simon moving forward? Next weekend he has a samba.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Okay.
You can do it, Simon.
Let's just if he just gets the basic steps right and tries to perfect them, you know, you don't have to be amazing all the way through, you know, and it's not about just entertaining. I think he's really got to, especially on the samba, you know, you really do have to get the bounce action and all of that stuff, you know, and it's difficult, you know, from experience. It's so difficult. But I think just concentrate, rehearse as much as you possibly can, and get out there and thrill and delight.
Thrill and delight, that's all we need, Simon. OK, now, viewers couldn't get enough of Susan's samba, but speaking of bounces, despite a kiss on the cheek, which she gave you...
She was hilarious.
Adorable. You only gave her 4 points.
I know. I loved the routine. I thought she did really, really well with it. However, technically, it wasn't good. It was fun, and she did. I mean, she literally airlifted off the floor, you know, in one of her promenade runs. I mean, she was really just leaping about.
She travelled a long way.
She travelled, she over-travelled, but it's fantastic to watch. You know, but I can't, unfortunately, you know, mark things just on pure entertainment. You know, we've got to be sort of serious about, you know, the dancers and what people are striving for, and that's why I am so harsh on them, because I want them to be better.
Yeah.
I want them to be fantastic. I'm willing them to be amazing. You know, I want to get the 10 out. OK. Oh, gosh, I can't wait. It'll be so worth it when it comes out.
Now, you marked Debbie and Giovanni down for breaking the rules, the 10-second rule in their quick step. Now, for some of us, it might be a bit of a surprise, but this is a bona fide rule.
Yes, it is.
I guess the pros should know that.
I mean, yeah, well, everyone should know that. But people have been taking advantage of it, you see, in recent weeks. And we have let some go, I've got to be honest. There's some because of the music. It depends what the music is doing. If the music slows down and it can't be danced as a quick step in that centre bit, then you can do a little bit of 10-second American Smooth. Sometimes I make leeway for that if it goes to 15. But that was just way too long, you know. And I thought it's about time we actually told everybody at home as well that there is this rule that a lot of people have been breaking. And I thought it's time to go on.
I know, it seemed like a very low score for Debbie because she is pretty amazing.
She is fantastic. She is. She's amazing, absolutely amazing. And I loved the routine. It's just, I didn't create the rules. In normal competition, you have to stay and hold. And you have to remember, they have 10 seconds at the beginning, 10 seconds at the end to be out of hold, and then 10 seconds in the centre out of hold. Adding another 10 seconds to that is, you know, a lot of time. You know, and there's only 1 minute 30 to the routine, and 30 of it has gone already out of hold. So that means the judges can only judge the 1 minute that is in hold.
Okay,
and if you reduce that to another 10 seconds, you know, it's 50 seconds.
There's so many numbers in that, I'm completely confused.
But no, it is 50 seconds that we get to judge.
I like that, so. 10 and 10. Now, you only had time to give Joe a thumbs up for his Viennese waltz. Yes. The floor is yours if you'd like to embellish.
I loved it. He brought this dance to life, and not only was he doing a beautiful and proper Viennese, you know, with his step side close, back sides go close, step side close, back side close. I love all that. He brought a character to it and was totally and utterly believable and watchable, where it's when your pen goes down and you stop looking at your notes or writing, you know, and that sort of happened for me. It wasn't perfect in any way, shape or form, but it was absolutely beautiful. And he got the characterization. It's those things where everything comes together, you know, the dancing, the music, the coupling,
outfits.
Gorgeous.
Oh, so good. Don't stay away too long.
And you know what else I loved about it, darling? The drama.
Oh, there was drama.
Had drama of a tango
I know, you
in it.
felt
I loved it.
The love. And yes, being ripped apart.
Yes.
We have to rip ourselves apart now,
we do now,
you have to go
I don't want to go. I love it here.
Just stay the whole time. Don't be a stranger. Craig Revel Horwood, everyone. I want to see what's in all those zips. Next up is a man who, in his final starring role, was deemed the saviour of the universe. But after 3 weeks of pure dance joy, his paso doble was simply too much for this world to handle. Before we say our final goodbyes, here is the Reverend Richard and Diane's last dance.
Time of my life.
Sadly, due to filming commitments, the Reverend can't be with us in the studio tonight, but we do have him. I know, we're all furious. We do have him on the line. Hello, Richard.
Hello, Zoe. Hello, everybody.
Oh, look, there's the Revo. And give it up for his gorgeous partner, the Redo, Diane.
Thank you.
Here with us. I have to say, everybody watching and everyone in the studio was very emotional during the results show. Has it sort of all sunk in? How are you feeling about everything, Richard?
A little bit delicate today. I came up to Glasgow on the sleeper train last night and I fell into conversation with some congenial strangers, and I'm afraid strong drink was taken and I've been a bit under par today. Very sad not to be continuing on the Strictly journey. Very sad not to be able to have gone a bit further, especially with Di, her first Strictly, and she's so gorgeous and wonderful. But it was a fantastic time and absolutely no regrets. And unfortunately, I did look like a walrus having anaphylactic shock when I tried to dance.
No comment.
It was just something else. I can't tell you how much I enjoyed that paso doble. Diane, I mean, if you're going to go out dressed as Flash Gordon, surely in that incredible wig and that cape, that was special, wasn't it?
Oh, that was so special. It's something I will definitely not forget. Just dancing with him in that wig was highlight of the season for me. Absolutely. Like,
I think for a lot of us.
Still just, look, I can't stop smiling.
Okay,
so,
she can't stop smiling.
I can't.
Believe me.
Yeah, believe
She's
me,
bringing
Richard, I
it to
can't.
You said you'd waited 11 years, Richard, for that call to come. Was Strictly and your experience everything you dreamed it would be?
Oh, it was more than that. It was a joy from beginning to end. Even the kind of grisly bits on the results shows were still all part of the same experience. Of course, the jeopardy is one of the reasons that the show is so enjoyable. But it was fantastic. I loved every minute of it. It exceeded my expectations. It took me to places I never knew existed. I learned an awful lot about dancers and dancing, and that was fantastic. I just had a great time being with new people, making new friends. And, yeah, I wouldn't have changed anything, apart from going out.
No, maybe not quite so soon. We so would have loved you to stay a little bit longer. Well, we've absolutely loved having you on the show. Revo and Redo, this is your Strictly story.
This is my opportunity to discover the Lord of the Dance that may just be lurking within.
You will be dancing with Dianne.
Hey! How you doing?
You're going to be doing the cha-cha.
Yes!
How you feeling, Revel?
I'm all right, Redo. I'm a little bit puffed because I ain't so used to shifting my carcass.
All the problems really began, darling, when McLeod actually landed.
You give it 100%, and that goes a long way in my book.
Dianne and I have got the American smooth this week. It's a little ungainly. I saw myself in the mirror looking like a sort of circus dog that had been trained to dance on its back legs. That's as sensual as I get.
That's good.
It's not sensual,
No,
but as
that's
sensual
good.
as an old toaster.
We are having a great time, and I hope that comes across when we dance as well.
You are so entertaining. I love you.
You created a feast of entertainment in a technical drought.
Paso Doble is such a strong male dance. Need you to be more macho.
I am saviour of the universe.
Reach out and touch.
You can't fault your commitment. So strangely powerful. Fabulous.
That jeté entonant was a disaster.
I don't care you got a 2. I'm so proud of you.
Who are you going to save?
Simon and Karen.
Simon and Karen.
Simon and Karen.
It's been a joy from beginning to end. It's just been really, really wonderful experience.
He is a friend for life.
Well, thank you, darling.
So many moments in there that will become Strictly myth. They will be shown in all the highlights packages. Richard, I know you couldn't see that. You'll be able to watch it later. There's going to be a Redo-shaped hole in your life now, Revo. How much are you going to miss this wonderful lady?
I'm going to miss Di enormously, partly because she's enriched my vocabulary so much. I didn't know that you could say what my foundie is Teza meant until I got to know Di. So that's a good, but actually, she's just a really, really delightfully sweet person, and I adore her, and I will really miss being with her.
Oh, goodness me. And Dianne, how much? I mean, it's your first year on the show. How much fun have you had?
My first year on the show. I want to say new one for you. I'm Devo for the Revo. Totes Devo for Revo.
Totes Devo
That's
for
my
Revo.
new one, Revo. Near me.
I love it, Revo.
It's weird not talking to you, but
I know,
anyway.
it's very strange. We think like he is up in the ether somewhere. You have both been so joyous. Do come and see us, Richard, when you're down. Give it up for Reverend Richard and Dianne.
Thank you.